Hey, it's IdkWhatsRc and this is a little update video about my prestige system. So if you haven't watched the first video yet, then I highly recommend you to do so before watching this one. So yeah, I've collected a lot of feedback from you guys on YouTube, but also on forums and other websites. And with all that feedback, this is what I suggest for the prestige system. Okay, so first of all, the type of conversion. So obviously, when the prestige system update will occur, we will need to do something to transfer the player experience and level from a system to the other. So I got a lot of feedback about that, and this is what I'm suggesting. So it will be a not forced reset. And the main reason for that is that there are many people who are actually for the prestige system. So they think it's a good idea, but what they don't want is that there are skills that they simply don't want to train ever again because they were boring or click intensive or whatever, so they don't want to do it, and they simply want to keep their level 99 in that. Don't forget that if you were going to be reset, then obviously you will be receiving the right amount of prestige points. Another reason is that there are many people who actually are level 99 in all the skills only to be able to access new updates and new contents. So yeah, I think that the not forced reset would be the best option to please the most amount of players. However, I would add a little twist to it. So when the prestige system will be put into place, you will have an option. You can either choose to stay level 99 in a skill or reset it, but by resetting it, you won't actually go back to level 1. You will go back to your relative level. And for players who chose to not reset the skill on the day of the release, well, they can simply continue to use their skill without getting experience, and if after a while they want to reset, they can do it to the relative level. The good thing about that is that if you're between two prestige levels, your progression won't be lost. Another good thing about this little twist is that on the day of the release of this update, there won't be a big bunch of max players who decided to not reset and a big bunch of level 1 who decided to reset, so with nobody between them. So with the relative level, there will be, right at the beginning, a big range of different player levels. The second thing I want to talk about is the conversion chart for players who have more than 13 million experience in a skill and would need to be awarded multiple prestige points. So after receiving a lot of feedback, I actually changed my mind, and I think that right now the best option will be 20 million experience for each prestige, and the maximum prestige will be 10, so 200 million experience. The main reason is that I think that people who actually manage to get 200 million experience in a skill with slower methods and harder methods kind of deserve to get a better place, ranking place in the high scores. So yeah, I do think that if you have the maximum amount of experience right now, you should have the maximum prestige level. I also asked you guys if you wanted training to be harder every time you prestige. So most of you said no, a small part said yes, a little bit slower, but I think the best option would be no, to keep it the same way, and I guess it's kind of already hard, especially if you need to do it multiple times. However, I do think that people who want a more challenging experience should be able to do it without having to sacrifice their efficiency and their achievements, like it is the case right now. But I want to talk more about that in my league video. So yeah, for the bank reset, it's kind of a tricky question because there are many people who want a bank reset and there are many people who really don't want a bank reset. The thing is that I suspect that many people who want a bank reset don't really want it to help the game. It's more because they are poor right now and they are jealous of very rich people. Yes, I do know that there are some people who are very rich that didn't get their money in a legit way, but the majority of players really worked hard to get their money, and there are some people who only play Runescape to actually becoming richer, and by resetting their banks, everything they have done right now is totally lost, and they would simply quit, obviously. Okay, so now I want to talk a little bit more about the undo reset option. So I do think, even though at the beginning I wasn't really sure it was going to be a good thing, I do think now that it's really a needed feature. because like I said at the beginning, there are many people who actually want to have level 99 to be able to do new updates and new feature of the game. So there is a new boss, they want to be able to kill it the day it's released and not wait and simply don't be able to do it. So I do think that undoing reset should be possible and without losing progression. However, obviously after resetting a skill, you won't be able to get experience because you will be level 99 already. So yeah, if we want the maximum amount of players for the prestige system and willing to reset their skills, then we must make it easy for them. If they have nothing to lose and nothing to regret, then I'm sure many more people will actually do it. In my last video, I kind of forgot to talk about dungeon ring, and it's a very important and special skill because all the different stats you have really affect the amount of experience you get in dungeon ring. So yeah, we cannot really do the same thing than summoning in Slayer, for example, because we cannot really ask people to wait until they are level 99 in all the skills and 120 in dungeon ring before they can reset the skill, especially because at level 99 you don't get experience. I think the best option would be to give the choice to the player, so for every skill they have, they can choose if they wanted to act like level 99 and get no experience or act like normal. So for example, I am level 99, I prestige, I train it, I'm level 80 now. I can choose if I wanted to act like level 99 or act like a level 80 and get experience. We must also take into consideration that dungeon ring is a quite special skill. Most people actually wait until they are level 99 in every stat before training the skill. So yeah, with a choice like that, I don't really think it will be more unfair to new players than what it is right now. And finally, the rewards. So obviously, even though I didn't mention them in my last video, I think they are really important, especially if we want the maximum amount of players to prestige. One of my suggestions will be to have prestige skill cape, max cape, and completionist cape. So basically it's the exact same cape, the only difference is that there will be a number at the back of your cape that will tell you how many times you have prestiged. For example, if you have 5 prestige on your attack cape, then there will be a big 5 at the back of your attack cape. For max and completionist cape, it will depend on how many times you have prestige for each of the different skills. So for example, if you have prestige 2 times in every single skills, then there will be a big 2 at the back. The cape could also have a special emote, and obviously I hope Jagex will manage to do something better looking than what I can do with PowerPoint. Another thing that I think would be amazing is in-game prestige stats. So yeah, basically at any time you could right click a player and select the stat option to see all the different stats and prestige for each of the different skill of a certain player. This feature would act exactly like the right click reporting option, so it can be turned on and off by simply checking or unchecking a box in the options section. So yeah, this will be kinda exactly like the Stat Spy spell from the Lunar spellbook. The only difference is that it will cost nothing and you will be able to see the prestige and the stats. So yeah, those are only 2 of my suggestions, but obviously there are tons more possibilities. So if you have a great idea, simply post it in a comment below, and I would also like to have your feedback on the whole prestige system. So thanks for watching, and don't forget to spread the word if you want this update to happen.